Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi, and welcome to our show. Our guest, Armstrong, the Coaches Roundtable 2019 Female Athlete of the Year from North Allegheny High School for the second straight year. Two-sport star, Rachel Martindale, basketball and softball. Rachel, last time I talked to you, you were overcoming that ACL knee injury, and you made a complete recovery, evidenced by the fact that you were just named 6A 2019 WPIL Softball Player of the Year.
Yes, it was a tough recovery, but I'm glad I made it back, and I'm glad I'm here.
But before I present you with the trophy, let's let our viewing audience know exactly what your accomplishments, your tremendous accomplishments, Section WPL and PIAA first teams in both basketball and softball. Fab 5, Post-Gazette WPL basketball 2 years in a row. First team All-State. Once again, the WPL 6A 2019 Softball Player of the Year. Leadoff hitter, spot you moved up, hit .479 with 5 home runs and 21 RBI. That's very impressive. 4 straight WPL 6A basketball championship games, back-to-back championships in 2017 and 18. Almost made it a three-peat this year in a very tough loss. It came down to the wire to Peters Township. 4-year starter, record of 105 and 11. From what I hear, that's the best basketball 4-year stretch in NA history. 1,373 career points, 267 three-pointers, 2 scholarships, offered a scholarship to Pitt for softball, and then decommitted and has now committed and will be leaving soon for the University of Akron to play basketball. So having said all of that, on behalf of Armstrong and the Coaches Roundtable, I'm going to present you with this trophy
Thank you.
as our Female Athlete of the Year 2 years running.
Thank you.
Now, let me ask you, when you had that injury, how much coming back of it was just as tough mentally as it was physically with the rehab?
Yeah, definitely really tough mentally. I think that was the main point, and when you get past it mentally, it helps physically. When you keep a positive mindset, definitely helps the physical aspect of it too.
Was there any hesitation in coming back about playing both sports again?
Yeah, it was tough. I wanted to see how the basketball season went, and I had to get through it injury-free, which I did, so I definitely wanted to play softball. I love that so much too, so I was glad I got to play both sports.
So the decision, you committed at first to Pitt for the softball. Where did Akron come into the picture and change your mind about going there to play basketball?
So I committed to Pitt, played summer AAU, realized I missed basketball. So then I decommitted, and we had a tournament at NA where some college coaches came to, and that's kind of where I connected back with Akron. And I just love them, fell in love with the coaches, loved the campus, and I just thought it was the right fit for me.
So now the other thing is, when you go there, you just can't play basketball. You're going to have to go to classes.
Right.
What are you thinking about studying at Akron?
Business.
Okay, business with an eye towards a career in business, or?
I'm not exactly sure exactly what in business yet, but we'll see.
How about a future in coaching? Any thought? I always ask that.
I would love to be a coach. I feel like that's definitely something I would love to do. So I think if I had the opportunity to do that, that's definitely something I would take.
So when you look back at your career at North Allegheny in both sports, of course, those back-to-back championship games, as we were saying before, it's so hard to win at least one. You were part of 2 of them and 4 straight championship games. What are your fondest memories when you look back at your 4 years?
For basketball, it was definitely winning that first WPIAL. I think NA's never won a WPIAL. NA girls basketball's never won a WPIAL. So that was just an amazing experience to be part of that.
And I know softball, you started off strong this year. I know you didn't finish the way you wanted to. It just seems like you guys ran into a tough streak there where it was hard for runs to come by.
Yeah, we made it to the WPIAL championship in softball, which was our goal. We wanted to win, but we had so much fun along the way, and those are just memories I won't forget.
So everyone sees you out on the basketball court and on a softball field, and often looks easy. But behind the scenes, a lot of work that you put in. For example, no one sees that. How much practice time and how much do you do in your own in order to improve your skills in both sports?
It's harder with both sports because you can't just drop one for a while. And with my injury, too, that was hard because I didn't pick up a bat for 2 years or so. So that was tough coming back. But, yeah, definitely a lot of practice. You just got to keep everything as sharp as possible. So.
And in softball, you played shortstop, right? And you're moving laterally a lot. Did you wear a brace while you were playing?
I did at the start, and then I wore actually the same brace I wore for basketball. I did it for softball, but the brace, every time I dove, a bunch of dirt and stuff would get caught in the brace. So I asked the doctors, and they decided I didn't have to wear it anymore. So I got rid of it, and that made me happy.
Well, when I watched you play basketball, I didn't see any hint of any hesitation the way you played. You played with great intensity. Now, in softball, a little bit different where you had a slide and things like that, and didn't seem to have a problem with that either.
I didn't. It was different, though, because when I was going through rehab, I was practicing getting back for basketball, which was my main goal. But softball, things are different, like you said, the sliding and the diving. But everything worked out okay, and I didn't have any troubles.
You know, this day and age, Rachel, so many athletes pick one sport and stick with one. When did you decide and think, well, I think I could play both? I know it's a lot of time and commitment, and you've been able to do that for 4 years at North Allegheny.
I never really thought twice about it. I loved both sports so much, and I didn't know which one I wanted to play, so I didn't want to put all my eggs in a one basket and pick one just in case I wanted to go back to the other one. So I played as long as I could, and everything ended up working out, and I just still love those sports.
So you'll be leaving pretty soon here within this week,
right,
to go to Akron, and when you get there, what will the rest of the summer be like? Will you take any classes?
Yeah, I'll take 2 classes there, and we'll start practicing and training and stuff like that, so I'm excited.
For basketball,
yes.
You'll start off. Well, Rachel, you've had a fantastic career. You're one of the few athletes in the 9 years that we presented this award to win it back to back. We wish you the best at Akron University, and we'll be keeping tabs on you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll be right back with Ellen George. I am back, joined to my right by the Swami George Abraham, to the left by the Tiger Albert Campman. Guys, last week was Ethan Morton, our male athlete of the year, and just now Rachel Martindale, North Allegheny, 2-sport star, basketball and softball, all-state in both sports, Fab 5 basketball 2 years in a row, 2019 6A WPL softball player of the year, and headed to Akron to play basketball.
And her greatest attribute, as we talked before on the air, before we come on the air, is coming back from that injury. You know, that's the perseverance that you need to be great at anything. Congratulations for that umph to beat that and come back with you the same dexterity, the same athletic ability that you had before.
Yeah, all the hard work that she had to put in. And when you think about playing shortstop after that, moving to your basketball and then sliding in basketball as she did, you know, they went back-to-back WPL championship games, 4 straight appearances, and came within 3 points of winning a third straight one. But as I told her, some people coach and play and never have a title.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Both sports. There
Both
are people
sports.
that have coached
How about
30
that?
years that don't have an all-state player.
Yes.
Many.
All right, let's go to Spotlight and track, and he's at it again, the Knock Nest monster, Jordan Geis, University of Arizona. He won the NACAC Under-23 Championship in Mexico, Team USA, Jordan, with a meet shot put record throw. He broke the record set in 2006. He threw it 68 feet, 3 3/4 inches, and his girlfriend, Sam Nunning, now known as Lady Knockness out of Arizona State. How about her? She took home the gold with a heave of 56 feet, 6 inches. Both will compete next in the USA Championships in Iowa later this month and the Pan Am Games in August. And I'm hoping they're both on a course that may take them to the Olympics, which are going to be in Tokyo, coming up in 2020.
I'll tell you what I did. They had one of those guys. I was watching one of those meets over in Europe, and they said to the guy about throwing that 16-pound shot, they said, well, you know, what's it like? So I'll tell you what it's like. He said, go in the gym someday, stand on the foul line, then take a bowling ball and turn around and throw it to the other end. That's how far, that's 70 feet.
And for the
I mean, are
women,
you kidding?
what's the weight of the ball for the women? I'm impressed with her throw, 56 feet.
But he's
6
throwing at
inches.
16.
He's throwing it.
That's that monster.
68.
You know what I was thinking as you were talking about Eddie? if they happen to stay together.
Oh my.
The
Little kid.
The little kid.
First of all, come out about this big to start with. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what I'm thinking. The little kid. He ain't gonna be little. He'll be ever.
He'll be in first
He'll be
grade.
grabbing that bottle and
Except
throwing
that-
it across the room and stuff, like
Except
right
that-
out of the crib.
And by the way, news: Aiden Owens, who was the Pac-12 Athlete of the Year, is transferred to Michigan.
Wow.
That's
I'm gonna check into that. I want to know. I want to learn
Transferred to
more about
Michigan.
that one. Interesting.
You know, that's quite a geographical change.
Yes.
He's gone from one powerful program to another.
I wonder if it is
The weather.
has to do with the location, maybe.
I think
From
maybe the
home.
distance from
Distance.
home.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
It's not for everyone.
That's yes.
And speaking University of Michigan, Butler's Anessa Schnorr-Steele, she was named assistant track and field coach and cross-country coach at Edinburgh University. The former Butler High School and University of Michigan track star was the head track coach at Butler from 2010 to 2013. Currently, she's completing her PhD at Slippery Rock University, and she is a professor in the education department at Edinburgh University. I say it's a matter of time. She's going to be a head track coach at a Division I school.
On that route.
Oh, yeah. She can handle it.
Yeah,
Believe
she's
me.
tremendous. Played basketball too.
She's just,
But boy, could she run!
She's the best.
She was an antelope.
Yeah, I know.
out there
She's
running.
just a great person.
Yeah, and a great
too. I mean, I'll
person,
tell you.
too.
You know, that was a big move for her. Going
Yes.
from Slippery Rock to there, you don't know if it's going to be full time or this or that, and to make that all work like that,
And
that
having a
says
family and
Sure.
kids and working on her
Sure. Oh,
PhD
yeah.
and driving from Slippery Rock
Yeah,
up to
yeah.
Edinburgh,
Yeah, it's
which
not
is
a-
about what is
an
it?
hour.
What would that be?
It's
An hour?
The only thing is in the winter. it
In
can
the
be tricky.
wintertime, it's
the
brutal.
summer. That road, that's an easy drive.
Well, I would think in the wintertime, any late
Just
nights,
stay there or
there'll
something.
be accommodations
Oh,
for
sure,
her to
but
stay
just
there.
the fact, like you said, she's on the way up.
Yes, she is. Volleyball, Knox senior volleyball star Kennedy Christie was a member of the Renaissance Volleyball Club team that placed 5th at the USA Volleyball Junior Girls National Championships. We've watched her play a number of times. We want to get back out there this year and see her and Hannah Rowe.
She's good.
When she gets near the net, you want to clear the deck.
That's
Get
why
away.
That's why she's playing for that team.
No, those girls are really good.
Terrific. So we have some girls high school soccer coming up here in the fall that we need to get back and do. And in soccer, the Butler County Soccer Association under-19 girls travel team, coached by Mark McClymans, they won the Pennsylvania West Open under-20 Bronze Division Championship. Goalie Becca Groom, she had 3 shutouts, including 2-0 in both the semifinal game and 2-0 in the championship game. In golf, Butler's Rob McClellan, he won the Pittsburgh Open at Sewickley Heights Golf Club. And at Lernerville, Aaron Rutzel of Clute, Texas, a suburb of Houston, he won the All-Star Sprint Feature 30 laps for the 2nd straight year. How about that? They come from all over
Texas.
the country to compete at Lernerville. And Greg Dabrowski of Catani, he won the 20-lap Allegheny Sprint 305 feature. Let's go to our stories of the week. World Cup, United States 2, the Netherlands nothing. The 4th Cup title for the women, their 2nd in a row. Goals by Megan Rapinoe and Rose Lavelle. And now the discussion starts. Well, it started before that championship game. I didn't realize this disparity in pay. $440 million for the men's World Cup, $60 million for the women. So they're going to bridge that gap. I don't know if it's ever going to get where it's going to be 100% equal. But here we go again. Every time the women win the cup, then there's that talk of the Pro Soccer League for the women. What do you guys think about that?
As George said it best, perfect timing.
Yeah, they couldn't have better timing. The men stink.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
And the women's movement in America is right.
Can they get
big.
the TV deal?
Yeah,
There's with it.
that's everything.
See, the last time I went under.
Yes.
They're, you know how WNBA does? They kind
They're
of tie it to.
struggling.
Yeah, that's the problem. The talent itself, they're clearly the best in the world. There's nobody close.
Yeah.
But once again, will somebody watch it on a weekly basis? And as you guys said, TV.
Now, you mentioned that about the WNBA. I didn't know this. A star player left some university, and someone said she should stay for her senior year and get her degree. She can't make more than $60,000
No,
That's what there are right there. That's what
that's Russia's where the money is.
in Russia
Yeah,
for the women's
yeah.
league.
Russia's the money.
You mentioned 2 things that are 2 different thoughts. You talk about I think the money though is going to go.
It's gonna
sky
jump.
high. That's that's going to jump. I can't say about the league making it, but the money's going to jump.
The pro league's hard because for the World Cup, it's such it brings everyone together. The
the biggest thing in the world.
patriotism,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
they wear the
But then when
flag.
you go to the regular league,
Yeah.
I don't know how many. TV is so saturated with pro sports.
Yeah.
How many people are going to sit there at night
No.
and pick the soccer game over the baseball
The
game or the
men's soccer
basketball game?
is big in America. Maybe not here.
Yeah.
Men's soccer, they pack them in. When I was in Los Angeles,
Yes.
22,000 every night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every night. So we don't see the whole, country's a little
whole
different
picture
than
of it.
soccer, yes.
And the bottom line is the guys have to get better. That's
Yeah,
the
kind of
bottom line.
disappointing in their
Yeah.
competition.
I mean,
at
they
the
lost
World
to
Cup
Mexico
level.
like 8 straight times. I mean, at some point, and these women are clearly better. They're not a little bit better than the other teams.
and certainly deserve a lot more in the way of pay.
Without a doubt.
Huge,
Yeah, that's what's coming.
huge disparity.
I'd say Albert
for
hit
them.
it. I don't see how they can't get paid now.
Major League Baseball All-Star break is here. Home Run Derby. I didn't watch. I'll tell you why. Because every game is a home run derby anymore. The All-Star game. I want to take a peek and see what Josh Bell does. He's going to be a designated hitter, and maybe Felipe Vasquez will get in there. I was looking at the starting lineups, guys. And 11 players have a chance this year. All-time record, 40 home run seasons. 15 have a chance for 30 home run seasons. And maybe, who knows how many, 25, 30 or more will have a chance for 20 plus home run seasons. And Bell, look at him. He could set all the part records, 27 homers, 84 RBI. Stargell had 30 at a break one time. I think he finished with 49. The second half has a funny way of doing things to players. Former Pirates on the American League roster, outfielder Austin Meadows, 12 homers, 41 RBIs, hitting .289. And Garrett Cole, 9-5, 3.09 ERA, 170 Ks. He has a chance for 300. Where's Charlie Morton? 10-2, 2.32 ERA. He's not on the All-Star pitching
Yeah, that's
staff.
what happens when you have to weed them out.
They took the other one.
There's so
They took
many.
the other guy, didn't they?
There's so many of them out
Tampa.
there.
He has the best ERA of any starter.
Yeah, he should.
in
He
America.
could have been there for sure, easily. Charlie could have been there, no question about it.
No, the Pirates, the stories you said Meadows. Everybody talking about they lost Meadows. They have 7 guys hitting over 290.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
But Meadows 289 is interesting because he was hitting 344
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
just a month ago.
He's going way down.
just a
and
month
Glasnow's out.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Glasnow, 46 innings pitched.
You throw that arm out. It's so hard. They throw so hard today. They throw so hard from the time they're 10 years old.
And you said
that's-
something too on your theme of the ball. I found out today. I didn't know this. MLB bought Rawlings. They own the ball company now.
Well, we're going to get to that.
Wow.
I got something to say about that. But Major League Baseball history, July 6, 1933, the first All-Star game, the American League 4, the National League 2.
Babe.
The Babe hit a 2-run homer. That's all he's
always the
him.
Babe.
Starts
No,
everything.
yeah, does.
Does it all.
Yes.
And they still won't give him those 200 RBIs back.
How about All-Star
We're gonna
games? I think
start
I
a
heard today
campaign.
45-44. That's all. 99 games played. That one over. How about that?
Got a tie too.
Yeah, they did.
I've just
No
lost
tie this year. They're starting on second base.
second base extra inning. I just lost my interest in All-Star games. Period.
They ruined
They
it.
don't play to
You
win.
can't watch
No,
football,
no,
basketball.
Do you remember though, it was in the daytime? You never saw the American League, and it was a big deal. Now they leave and they go play the Detroit Tigers. Well, there it goes.
Oh my goodness, we used to argue and take
Oh, yeah,
positions
'cause you
and
didn't
be.
know. Remember
some guys were
Hey.
American League guys, some were not.
Hey, the umpires were different.
Yes.
They wore the balloon in the American League. The National League did not. It was a
Two different
different
leagues,
league.
right.
While the Pirates 44 and 45 at the break, winners of 8 of their last 13 versus Houston, the Cubs and Brewers, 2.5 back of the Cubs. What's the biggest surprise, guys? Well, I guess we're going to say the hitting. Just look at these numbers. This guy's turned out to be one of my favorite players, Brian Reynolds. 7 home runs, 33 RBI, 342. The Pirates have never had a Rookie of the Year
No
that
one
I
has
can
like
remember. He's reminiscent to me when they brought up Dick Stewart late in '59, and he finished with 16 home runs. He gave you an idea what he was going to do for them. But then Kevin Newman, this guy got bashed last year.
Tremendous.
Sitting 327, 6 homers, 33 RBI. why are we still having a discussion about who should be at third base? It's Colin Moran, 10 homers, 49 RBIs, hitting 294, and Adam Fraser's been hot of late at second base. 4 homers, 26 RBIs, up to 287, National League Player of the Week. And let's not forget the catchers, what they've done, Elias Diaz
team.
and Jacob Stallings, how they've pitched in to take over for
Stallings hit 300.
Cervelli. Stallings hitting 327.
Yeah, the whole team
Yes.
has played really well on the field. There's no question. They had one stretch where they didn't. Other than that, they've been unbelievable lately, past unbelievable. And I said last week, it's not going to be their hitting. It's going to stop them from winning or losing. It's going to be the pitching, and their bullpen's finally in place now. So it's not the bullpen. It's can the starters go long enough? Can they go long enough the game that the pitchers aren't worn out by
Like
August?
the other
Or the
day, this
pitchers.
guy said something. There was nobody left to pitch. Archer goes 4 innings again, so he wipes out your bullpen. Then the next night you have to go to the pen. There's no one left.
Yep. it's
Well,
true.
if we look at team stuff, National League hitting, the Pirates are 9th overall. They're first in Team BA, batting to 271. First in hits with 848. They've scored 432 runs. They go to the pitching. They're 14th out of 15 teams. The staff ERA is 4.91. 468 runs. Opponents are hitting 263 against them. And the fielding is only 12th at 982 fielding percentage with 57 errors. Those two areas prevent them from overtaking the Cubs.
That's why they're one
Brewers.
game under 500. You know,
Yes.
if their pitcher was any good at all, they'd be 10 games over 500 because no one's hitting the ball like them. I'm just hoping Talia threw 60 feet the other day. I'm hoping a miracle happens there. I'm hoping Archer comes out and somehow turns it around, and I'm hoping Williams turns back to the pitcher he was.
I'm not confident in
No.
Archer.
Oh no, but nobody
I'm
is.
not confident.
Nobody is.
No, Ed.
No.
Now, the other thing, the attendance, they're 26th in attendance, 18,800 plus. I know management's something you're not reading about, but they are hoping that this surge continues because the crowds have started to pick up a little bit. Now, last year at this time, they went in, they had that 11-game winning streak. They became buyers. If they start
They
off,
haven't got
their next 13 games are against the
Sure.
Cubs, the Cards, and the Phillies, and the Cards again. They do well again, win 8 or 9 of those in that stretch. They become buyers, but what are they willing to pay?
Yeah, and I don't think they can't buy because I don't think there's anybody's gonna. They're gonna hold them ransom, and I don't think they want to give up Marte, and I don't think they
No,
want to
but
give
they're
up.
going to go to the minors, and the other first baseman there that has
Craig.
made the
Yeah, Craig, I know.
All Stars.
That's
He
Craig.
has 18 homers at the break in the minors. Will Craig, and they have a couple of other players down there.
And Hayes, I know they're their best player. They're not going to give them up. They're going to stay where they're at.
They need another starter, and they really need. I know Brault's done well. They really need a left-handed starter in there.
And it's been my theme all the time. You know how I said it. No one's going to give them pitching. If there was a hitter, I'd say, they'll give it. They gave up Glasnow and Meadows and the Baz. They gave about 3 players. To get a pitcher, you're going to get a thief.
And you know what else is
Theft,
interesting?
whatever the
too,
word is.
interesting. There are no great starters. In other words, who's out there? Then I heard Swisher saying something interesting today about the Yankees. Same way, he said there are no great starters. Now there's Bumgarner, a few guys we don't know how
they're on the
But
way
the
down.
point is what you have to give up, and also maybe get another reliever and shorten the game again.
Yeah.
Well,
But Pittsburgh needs a
Baumgartner's-
starter.
Baumgartner's going to go somewhere.
Oh, he's
you
going.
know, you look at the Cubs or the
He's hurt.
Brewers.
He's got hit in the elbow with a blind drive.
Yeah, that was
And
Sunday.
it just happened, so you don't know how long he's out. Mike Leake's the guy everybody's going to go after at Seattle. He's pitched great. He's a guy.
How about
when
the
you
guy
look at
for
the
the Mets,
division-
Wheeler?
Wheeler's my guy.
Well,
Yeah,
the
Wheeler
Yankees-
is my guy.
Yankees-
And how about
Yankees
the
are
other,
Minnesota.
there are 2 pitchers on the
Minnesota.
Mets.
Oh, I heard Minnesota really wants Bumgarner.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
And then you have those 2 guys with the Mets. The Mets aren't going anywhere. You only have one division race actually that's going on, and that's with the Pirates and the Cubs
that's it.
and the
That's it.
Brewers.
You know
what, though? Let me say-
there's
That's a wild card,
there are
though.
a lot of teams willing to sell.
We were talking about that. 2 things about that league that I don't think people realize. They assume because it's even that they're all bad. And
no,
but
that's not
none of
true.
them can win in the road. That's why Pittsburgh could hang in there.
I think they all have their
Flaws,
their
they do.
Whoever gets the best pitching here in the second half is
I'll agree with that.
Is going to pull it ahead.
Oh yeah.
Now, I'm watching the Cubs and the Pirates on a nationally televised game. The announcers started to talk about the number of home runs and what should Major League Baseball do something about it. Major League Baseball is adamant. They haven't done anything with the baseballs, but we already know the core is tighter. So what are the reasons for the surge in home runs? Is it just the tighter core of the baseball, smaller ballparks? I told you one night I watched the game. There were like 4 homers over the 400-foot mark in center. Pitching is not as good. We know they throw harder, but the guys, listen, they tattoo those fastballs. Bigger, stronger, better hitters, better analytics. The hitters are just better and stronger today. What's
Well, number one on the list is that they've all changed their swing step. The name is called launch angle, and they are not hitting the ball on the ground anymore. They're happy to make an out in the air, and they wanted to go out. And like you said, they're bigger and stronger now. So that swing is this way now. All of them are swinging this way. Contact means it's going out. That's the game of the game today. From the minor leagues down. In Double A, they're all doing it. Triple A, don't hit the ball on the ground. You're not going to make the major leagues hitting the ball on the ground.
And then they shift, they hit it over the shift. They don't even try to.
They don't care.
No.
They don't care.
I saw a hit and run the other day with Stallings. I don't know if it was an accident.
No, it wasn't.
Planned,
It was
almost,
called.
fell, almost fell out of my
I know.
chair.
Yeah,
Yes.
Watching it.
You
You're
see,
right.
the other day they had the Korean All-Star game. They have a bunting contest. They put these areas in the field, and they, like instead of home run,
They
they
don't
have
put
a
the
bunting
ball at
contest.
all in Major League Baseball
Never.
at
No, you
all.
wouldn't- no, you wouldn't
I mean, I
do
say
it.
it all. I mean it all.
No.
Wimbledon women, Ellison Risk of Peters Township. She defeated number 1 Ash Barty. Then she took on Serena Williams, 23 time major winner. She lost the first set 6-4. She won the second one 6-4 and battled in the third before losing 6-3. What an accomplishment for her, an area girl out of Western PA. In 2006, she led Peters Township to the state championship, and she also won singles WPL and state championships. Just a great run for her.
Great confidence builder. She never for sure she belonged. Now she knows her money is close over 1.3 million now.
The one seed.
Yeah, so you're there now. She believes she belongs.
I was rooting for her, I can tell you that.
Yes, great.
The
Great
Serena
to see
busted
guys
some
from this
equipment up
area.
the other day in practice. Had to pay another. The minute she loses, she just just gets nasty. Like it's okay when she wins.
Yes.
She'll stay there and talk like Tiger Woods for an hour and a half in the old days. When they lose, all of a sudden they don't want to talk to anybody.
National Hockey League, the Pens give Sullivan a 4-year contract extension. That doesn't mean anything. I really think this year he has to have a pretty good year, bounce back. Rutherford's trying to change the face of this team. I'm not sure where he's going with more speed, trying to get better defense. Kessel's finally gone. You could say, well, he had 82 points, a pickup forward, Alex Galchenyuk, who had 41 points. So there's a difference there. Defenseman Ollie Mata, he's gone to Chicago. And then they pick up forward Brandon Tanny, 287 hits, Ian Cole-like player. So a lot of changes coming on. There's some other players that may be going. Brian Rust, $3.5 million. And, of course, you have restricted free agents, Marcus Pedersen, Zach Alston-Reese, and Teddy Blugers. They're stuck with Johnson, last year's flop, 5 years, $16 million, and they're stuck with him.
It's a money thing. There's no question about it. That's what they're looking at right now. How can we get rid of these contracts and not kill us? They're going to try to.
I'm just tired of seeing that general manager.
Rutherford.
There's so many changes. I'm not sure what this team is right now. I think it's going to take a while in the next season, maybe the first 15
I agree
to
with
20
that.
games to see exactly who they are. Hey, that's it for us. We've run out of time this week. We will see you next week.